The BBL is a tough league. You cannot underestimate any team. And, Munster, even though they're not playing for anything, they came and, they wanted to win. And it was a hard-fought win for us. We saw character down the stretch, and we were able to make some big plays to send it to overtime. And, tomorrow we've got to play a more physical game. We've got to make sure we look after the ball, and, we've got to compete on both ends of the court, and we've got to be consistent. But what a great situation to be, considering we started the season 1-11, to be playing, we have already 15 wins, and to be playing for a spot in the playoffs. I think it's a very good situation to be.
Yeah, they did well to cut that gap right away down from being, you guys were up by 15 points at one point in that first half. Nick, what was said to the team at the end of the fourth quarter going into overtime?
I think at that stage there's not that much you can say to them. It really comes down to mind over matter. Everybody's tired, a little bit nervous as well, knowing that, that people will have kind of half a thought on tomorrow's game. I'm sure. I'm thinking we ought to win this one, looking at league position. Guys have just got to go out there and do it, really. So we can draw a few plays up and we can encourage them. But when it comes down to it, it comes down to people making big plays. And fortunately today, particularly in the overtime, we had the guys who make the big plays for us.
Yeah, and a pair of huge games from Leslie Smith and Mike Vigor, both posting big double-doubles. How much of an important factor was that, crashing the offensive glass?
Yeah, offensive rebounds was a big stat. And just kind of the overall play, Mike made some big plays early on in the game. And then Leslie, especially in the fourth quarter, overtime, some big important baskets. And as you said, both of them defensively, but also Danny Dozie as well. I thought he had a very good game, came and gave us some energy off the bench. So that was big. It was just a difficult game. And Nick touched upon it. It's hard not to think about the game against Surrey. I think the important thing is we made some big plays, and we did it together as a team. We had 5 guys on double digits, and guys had to step up when they did. And as Nick said, players have to make plays, and we did that. And we're looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, the crowd were fantastic in that throughout the whole game, particularly in that overtime period. How much of a factor did they play, in getting you over the line here tonight?
I thought the crowds were huge tonight. There was a point in the overtime, I think it was after the first basket, we went up 76, 74. Not that I can remember every play, but I remember looking at the board and looking at Callum Jones coming down the court with Hamid guarding him and the crowd going, and you could tell he was sort of hard. He was, you could tell that the crowd were right there in their heads. I'm thinking they're not going to be able to play against this. They're not going to be able to play against that crowd. We might be struggling, but we're going to get this. And at that point, I'm the world's greatest pessimist, I think, in games. I'm always thinking about what can go wrong. But at that point, I thought we ain't losing this one. They're not going to. The crowd ain't going to let us lose this game. We're going to win it. And I really did think that they were fantastic tonight. Never heard a noise like that at Wise.
Very loud indeed.
Well, the win here tonight does mean it all comes down to that final day against Surrey Scorchers, but you can still go into the playoffs. Losing tomorrow to Surrey Scorchers, but I'm sure you're not thinking about that at all. You want to go through, by your own accord.
We cannot rely on other teams' results. We got to go and beat Surrey in their home court, full stop, and we've got to earn our playoff spot. We cannot be thinking anything different. And I go back to it. This is our 3rd year in the league. We had a rough start this year. For a team to start 1-11 and be in a situation where we're in right now. All the previous years, teams needed about 13, maybe 14 wins to make it to the playoffs, and we're already on 15. And, credit to our players because they've worked really hard to get us to where we are. It shows a lot of character for our team to get us to where we are right now. And it has been a real team effort. So tomorrow, it's about Flyers basketball, and, it's about coaches, players, all of us, one page, one target, one thing that we want to do. We want to get to the playoffs, and that's our full focus basically for tomorrow.